Before my presentation, I would like to report Zika and Aedes aegypti, Aedes albopictus in Florida. I'm coming from Florida. So far, we have over 1,200 Zika cases, and mostly travel-related, about over 900 travel-related. We have 222 is local transmission. Measures happening in Miami. So far, we spent $19 million for control that situation in Miami only. So that's also the Aedes aegypti and the Aedes albopictus. Interesting, the Aedes aegypti, it disappeared after the Aedes albopictus invasion since 1986. In North Florida, after 24 years, 25 years, they're coming back. So that's Dr. Phil Lombas from the University of Florida, Vero Beach, Florida Medical Entomology Laboratory. He studied some kind of different resistance, just interspecies mating. Now it's making the Aedes aegypti, Aedes albopictus the mating, so making more survival. They published several papers in Proceedings National Academic Science. Then back to my talking. Repellents. I report news there. This is one of the it's one of the major tools for personal protection against the vector and the vector-borne disease. So there are several groups of the insects and other arthropods as a vector to transmit arbovirus. Most important groups, mosquitoes. Not all mosquitoes. Some mosquitoes are good mosquitoes. And the ticks. They are my specialists in mosquito. This is the arbovirus and the mosquito vectors. Everybody talking about it, dengue, chikungunya, yellow fever, and the Zika. So this is the two Aedes. That's my favorite mosquito because they create a lot of job for us. Also keeping me from Asia, from China, moved to USA, then Florida. So it's a capital city of mosquitoes. Our Japanese syphilitis is a Culex trantenarix, mostly in Asia. Then West Nile virus, Culex nigroparps, that's mostly in USA, and East equine syphilitis. Also that Venezuela, this one's coming, I believe, next few years because our coming spread. Then RVF, so far no any case in USA, probably will be coming, and California syphilitis. So the repellents, also talking new repellents. In the marketing, there are many kinds of brand name, some new brand name. It seems that you from literature or from the internet, you can see the many commercial name, or like a new, but it's not, actually you look at the inside, active ingredient is not new. It is started in 1845 from USDA discovered. Still is #1, most effective active ingredient for repellents. No matter what kind of commercial name, no matter what kind of repellents. Then that second, Picadarn. Picadarn almost 15 years in the marketing. The active ingredient, it's a very good repellents. And third is IR3535. It's okay, not very good, not compared with front two. Other botanical resource, it's the last almost 10, 15 years. Environmental concerns. Many people interested in natural repellents. Some commercial name, they put as a repellents from nature and chemical-free. I will ask the people, without chemical, everything is chemical. Even nature is still chemical. How can, they're just foolish people, foolish regular people. So then mostly activity greater oil, lemon eucalyptus, and other stuff. You can see the junior oil, some soybean oil, brand name called biting block, some other stuff. There are many. Because it's EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, USA, doesn't request the register for natural repellents. Some requested by FDA, Food and Drug Agency, gave some number. And DET repellents, Just October, discovered, published by Consumer Report, recommended this kind of repellents. So 50% they did, and off did. That's a different commercial name. Repellents, since the family. So different, all the DT repellents. So other the DT repellents is 30% they did. So that's other pectins, the two recommended by Consumer Report. Soil repellents and natural repellents, all 20% pectin. So interesting that Consumer Report recommended repellents all over 6 hours and 8 hours for protection. I don't support this because the regular majority is civil. It's for military, it's okay. Even military, nobody stand outside of 8 hours, 6 hours. For majority civic, your outdoor activity, maybe 2-3 hours. Where you need to put an 8-hour protection? So 2-3 hours should be fine, depending on your activity. So that's why it seems more people pay attention. That's why it's extracted from a natural plant, botanical. So that's called PMD. It's a beginning from China discovered this. This is a repellent application. Mostly still in the marketing is a topical skin repellents. The protection longer. That's people like it. Our people come and say to me, Dr. Xue, you look at my repellents. My repellents are better than DEET. I said, okay, let me try, test it. But it's not, it's different. So it's also the industry all try to looking for longer protection longer. That's I just talking about it. 2-3 hours is best for citizen, for the people, regular people use. Everybody knew that it is Egypt, it is our pictures activity late afternoon. So if you're going to outside activity, low moon doing something, couple hours enough. So the special repellents, most of the special repellents is insecticide activity. So not really repellents mosquito go away. It's kill them. It's killing. So the systematic repellents, that's many years ago, some couple publication about the B12 and the change diet. It's reduce your attractive body release chemical, reduce your attracting some kind of repellents. But that's a problem in the research, for the research, not really products and very few publications. Then overposition repellents. This is the last few years. Some is depend on your situation, container and where located. Some container you cannot move, probably put some DEET. Any kind of repellents, protection against the overposition much longer than protection on the skin against the mosquitoes. That's very interesting. Use 0.1% DEET. You treat the container. It keep about 3-4 weeks. Mosquito cannot lay eggs. Our cruise treatment, everybody knew that. Permissive treatment, mostly for military uniform and against the ticks and the mosquitoes and the flies. Repellent selection really depends on your target species. Different species, different behavior. Also, that depends on people activity. What you doing? How long you will stay outside? Also, availability, persistence, and economical of repellents. It's not cheap. Each bottle is $6-7. That's for developing country. It's very, very expensive. Then last couple of years, we did some special repellents testing. That's produced, commissioned by SC Johnson and off, clip on, put your here, put your wire, that belt, you can hold, or put it somewhere you can, against the repellents, against the mosquitoes. There's an active ingredient is menthol fluorines. That's the way we tested this around the entire period. It's the 80s Arbovirus, the very high population. Then the people said around, so you open, and look at the mosquito coming or not. Blinded red count. You can see that after open, so 3 hours, still have 83% of protection. Then this summer, we did other kind of off repellents. Active ingredient still menthol fluorines. In the marketing, this is the off mosquito line, just born the 5. Then the mental friends about 9.10% made of active ingredient. Then we compare with the others. This is from Malaysia. It's a 4% transflorence. The company is from Miami. That's about from Malaysia. Ask me, Dr. Xue, test this. We want to use the marketing in Miami against the Zika. Then another company, starting in international coming, this kind of active ingredient is nature, doesn't need a registration. So marketing very well, because people always like nature. But we only test the insecticide activity. That we run test, use a paper cage, put a mosquito, eat it. Then we explore 4 hours, look at the knockdown. Then 24 hours, check the mortality, how's the insecticide activity. This is in officer and the car garage and some species, empty species. We put a cage poster called the cage mosquito, then burn. This is the results that you can see it off is the best. 4 hours, 100% knockdown. 24 hours, certainly it's all dead, 100% dead. So the nature is not really killing mosquito, maybe around repelling mosquito away. And second, the transflorence is around 48% mortality. Then we emphasize of mental friends. We look at that how long take the knockdown died, and what's the distance. So that's the way explore time. Explore 5 minutes is nothing. Then explore is 8 minutes, 10 minutes, then 24 hours. 10 minutes or 97.8% down, knocked down. That's off, mental florence. Then in field, we post the poster, different 3 lines, depending on wind direction. That's the weather station. That's the wind speed and wind direction. Then we look at the results. That's the 10 minutes explorer. Knockdown is 6 meters, still cost 81.5% knockdown. Then 6 meters, if collect a cage, in laboratory you can see 98.5% mortality, 6 meters away. That depends on wind speed, wind direction. That's what you said other side, outdoor activity. You said there, you burn your off the lines that work very well, seems, depending on wind, protection here. That's basically our study research there. I really thank you, appreciate for your invitation and your teaching. I have 2 announcements. First, welcome to attend the 14th annual Arbovirus surveillance and mosquito control workshop. That's sponsored by our district and USDA, Center for Medical, Agriculture, Veterinary Entomology. So we'll be held in San Austin, out of the city. We have 405 years out of the city. That's in USA. So that March 28 to 30, or that's a workshop combined with in that NE 1434, Dr. Steve Dobson here is combined some regional annual meeting together. So welcome. So lots of international, every year about 15, 20 coming from international, majority from USA and Florida. Then other meeting, 5th International Forum for Surveillance and the Control of Mosquito-Borne Disease in Nanjing, China. That's sponsored by Society of Vehicle Ecology, Asia Society of Vehicle Ecology, and the Mosquito Control. So that's every another year in China, most of the time hosted. That's about 250 people join the meeting, the international. Every year has about 16 countries every time, about 40 people to 50 people coming from international. If you have more interest in the OR, has the website. Thank you very much.